Saints. This is Bishop Werts with your Tuesday TMCI Word of Encouragement. I want to talk to you about loyalty today. Today, I want to share with you a very important key to coming into your own God-given ministries. And that key is loyalty. Loyalty to your pastor, your church, and those God has placed around you. First Chronicles 12, verse 18 says, then the Spirit of the Lord came on Amasai, chief of the 30. He's talking about 30 warriors or captains. And he said, we are yours, David. We are with you, son of Jesse. Success to you, and success to those who help you, for your God will help you. So David received them and made them leaders of his raiding bands. Verse 33 says, they came to help David with undivided loyalty. From this account about King David in the Old Testament, we learn a foundational principle. Success in our own God-given ministries will follow our loyal help and service to others in their ministries. In First Chronicles, the 12th chapter, it is an inspiring story of the men of Israel rallying to David to make him Israel's king after Saul's recent death. David did not know the true inner thoughts of each arriving soldier. So we hear him declaring what he expected of them in verse 17. He says, if you have come to me in peace to help me, I am ready for you to join me. God had called David to be Israel's next king after Saul's death. Facing this great calling and task, David was looking for loyal helpers, for soldiers and others whose heart's cry was to support him in his God-given call. We learned that God honored the desire of David's heart and put these spirit-inspired words into the mouth of Amasai, one of the leading men coming to David's side. So in verse 18, here again, we are yours, he said. David, we are yours. We are with you. Son of Jesse, success to those who help you, for your God will help you. Now, on a personal note, I have served under and supported many pastors in New Jersey, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and I pastored in Pennsylvania and Virginia. And I can declare with certainty that having loyal, supportive men and women with me, submitted and committed to helping me fulfill God's calling, was vitally important. I could not have done the work without those loyal saints by my side. And King David understood this principle. Again, what is the principle? Simply this: God will honor your loyalty to another man's ministry by giving you success in whatever he calls you to do. And we see this immediately reflected in David's response to these men who were pledging allegiance and loyal support to him in verse 18. So David received them and made them leaders of his raiding bands. Again, verse 33 says, the men of Zebulun came to help David with undivided loyalty. Let's turn to the New Testament and see how Jesus summarized this principle in one statement. In Luke 16:12, listen to this. Jesus says, if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? Well, this context was a steward managing another man's finances, but the underlying principle is broadly applicable to all of us who are stewards of God's calling, God's grace, God's gifts. Jesus had already said in verse 10, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. So the Lord is telling us that he expects us to serve and help others in their calling and ministries loyally and faithfully. And if you're not faithful in serving in another man's ministry, God is likely not to give you your own ministry. After serving others in God's timing, he called me on a pastoral ministry of my own, which I wasn't looking for, but that early support that I gave to others was not burdensome, it was fulfilling. Some tasks even seem relatively minor, but remember, Jesus said, he said he's looking for our faithfulness in what may seem to be the least before he will be entrusting us with the much. Remember, loyalty is a key. God bless you.